folks, my name is Joe Barton. First time recording an instructional video here. I am not a instructor per se. I'm not a music teacher either. I'm just a bass player / enthusiast who loves to study music and theory and all that jazz. But I cruise through a lot of YouTube videos, and upon my quest for looking for musical theory ideas and knowledge and stuff like that, I have yet to come across a video that touches on this subject, which I think could be pretty important to, or very interesting at the very least, to bassists out there. I don't even know what to call it. It's a type of technique that I do, and it's all based on the chord tones, of a given chord. So, and when I say chord tones, I mean, let's say dealing with the seventh degree of the chord. So I'm going to show you just some tricks that I came across by accident, and the concept involves skipping strings. So what we're going to use for the example is we're going to use the A string and the G string, and we're not going to be using the other two strings, just these two. And I think some people might call these like double stops, but they're not. They're double stops, but it involves skipping a string, and it's also based on the interval of a 6, whether it's a minor 6 or a major 6. Anyway, here's an example in C. So say we got a C dominant 7th shape. C, E, G, B flat, G, E, C, right? The chord tones for the 7th, dominant 7th chord. Let's say we're playing a C over a C tonality. What I like to do a lot of times is I'll slide up to the 3rd, which is the E, with my pinky. So I slide up to the 3rd, and then I'll hit the octave C on the top, like that. So, like that sort of thing, right? Just kind of as an accent. The distance between the E and the C is actually a minor 3rd. Or not a minor 3rd, sorry, a minor 6. So that would be a minor 6 type thing there. Then, after I've played that, let's say we're on the C, you could slide up from the 3rd, the E. Now I want to slide up to the 5, which is the G. So take the shape and keep sliding to the G. And then on the top, hit the major 3rd of C, which is the E. That shape there is a major 6, coming off the 5 of C, so it's kind of a sound like. And taking it one step further, we're going from the G to the flat 7, which is the B flat. This note here, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to slide out one more from the G, from the 5 to the 7, and hit the 5 of the C, the G, up here. So you got kind of a 4-part thing going on. You got the tonic, catch that? Well, what I like to do is when I slide up to the E, I got the pinky on the E for the slide, so I'm like that. But when I slide up to the G, I switch a finger instinctively somehow. I just switch it to. I switch to the middle finger and stay on the middle finger. It's kind of I don't know. I never really thought about it till now, but I switch fingers for some reason, that probably for a smoother execution. So anyway, that is a trick that I use all the time. I think it sounds good on the bass. It doesn't sound muddy. It's just chord fragments, right, over the chord that you're playing, right? And it works for a minor too. Say if you're in a C minor tonality, like so C, E flat, G, B flat, E flat, C. The same thing works, it's just now the chord tones have changed a bit. So you got your C. We're going to slide to the minor third this time, which is the E flat instead of the E, and hit the C on top. So it's a semitone down for a major 6 tonality. Now when we go up to the G, the 5 is the same, but then on the top we hit the minor third, E flat this time instead of the major third, and that gives you a minor 6 tonality. So same on the top, we go to the 7, which is the flat 7, which is the same note, and in this case the shape stays the same because the 5 is the same and the 7 is the same as the dominant chord, so that shape stays the same. So you got just like that, right? Same can apply to a major 7th chord. Let's say you got C major 7. So you got the natural 7 on top, the B, instead of the B flat. Just kind of connect the dots. You got C. So this shape stays the same as the dominant chord. That's the third and the octave there. Stays the same. This one stays the same because you're with the 5 and the third, which is the same as the dominant. So nothing's changed so far. The only thing that changes is your 7th degree. On the 7th chord, on the dominant 7th chord with the B flat, we went to here, the flat 7. In this case, since we're using the major 7, or the natural 7, we're just going to slide up to the natural 7 and play the 5 on the bottom. That's the only difference. So, and it can also work for a minor major 7th chord. Say if you're, playing melodic minor or harmonic minor or whatever. So you got the melodic minor, or the minor major 7th, which would be you got your tonic, your minor third, then you got your 5 and your minor third, so the same as the minor so far. And once again, now you're borrowing the natural 7th there, which is the same pattern you would use on the major 7th chord, but it's so yeah, you got the 4 shapes there basically. Yeah, it's just a little trick that I use. You can, if you're, you can kind of slide around, give it a little bluesier feel. Something like that, right? Anyway, that's what I got for now. Hope you got something out of that. Take care.